This time on Drag Race, we thought we would have all the answers, but we were left with more burning questions. Will Kimora be allowed time to finish the nude eye look? Where is the footage of Joey's wigs being snatched off? And what was that sport Denali did again?
I give you like some Christina Aguilera, like Lady Marmalade. Mama. So I guess the competition like finally starts next week. This is like week 3. Is this not week 3? This is week 3. What the fuck was the first episode about? Crawls. I hate this season. So welcome back to Starly's Review. Episode 3. Much awaited. Much maligned. Not notorious, but no newsworthy. We're back at the workroom with the loser queens. Girl. This episode starts off with a Tina Burner lame-ass joke. She calls it a Rupaul's Drag Race tornado, which cows flying. So we're back with the winner group queens. What are we calling them? The winning circle? It's like, girl, you won like one lip sync. And no one's gone home since then. Elliot goes like, as a white man. So next we move on to the pork chop circle. Joey J. Joey J was the last person's name I remembered, which is weird because he's a boy and he always dresses like a boy. T. He thinks that it gives them an advantage for being losers. So Denali, she thirsts up. I mean, girl, she's probably pretty thirsty. She's also an athlete, so I feel like she has higher testosterone, maybe. Also, Utica is distracted by little nuggets, which I found an interesting choice of words to describe non-tall people. Actually, this, like, Ruview, I thought was, like, sage wisdom. Yes, if you win early, it's like you think you kind of have it fast and easy. I don't keep doing that. Like me, like how I worked on this wig for 5 hours. So it's like a crunchy, like, synthetic wig, and then so gross, and I was trying to work on it all week, and then I realized, like, I just, like, washed it, and it was, like, fine. Can we talk about, Utica's fucking workroom look? At first you think it's, like, a man bun, because it's, like, all pulled back, but then you realize the hair, like, keeps going back. So I'm like, how does she get it, like, not, like, falling all over the place? Does she just, like, gel the shit out of it? I don't know. I'm, like, obsessed. I mean, just because she's tall doesn't mean she's hot. I mean, that's, like, a point. I mean, if I just saw her grinder profile, and that's what the height was saying. I don't know. Anyway, we are told what the mini challenge is. Lady in the Vamp, which is this the same as last week's mini challenge? I don't know. I thought that last week was, like, Red and Black. I didn't look it up. I don't really. Who cares? I like how Kimora calls herself a look queen. And, I mean, not to, like, a side note, I feel like the season's kind of, like, I feel like a lot of the queens are a little, I don't know, it's like, where's the personality? Tanisha Iman. Yes. And Lalari. They're giving me life right now. If they go home, oh, I might stop doing this. So, Kimora can't get ready in an hour. She had, like, no makeup on. Like, she had, like, a nude, like, eye, like, which, like, honestly, an hour is, like, nothing. And they were in fucking, like, no drag at all. They were in fucking full boy mode. Boy man mode. What the fuck am I saying? Boy mode. Her girl, good luck. Now we are at the mini runway. God, I hope there's not another fucking mini runway challenge. I hate reviewing all of these. First, for Denali, Smurfette. So Joey J, a lesbian biker chick. Rosé. Oh, oh, oh. Rosé's second look. Leg lamp. Leg lamp? I think she looked like a leg lamp. So Tanisha, I think, kind of looks like me right now. Alright, so Utica, playpen dress. They are back in the workroom, unwinding. Here's where we get a little backstory on Tanisha, and now I'm like fucking, like, I was like whatever before. She kind of like gave me Jasmine Masters vibes before, in terms of like the older queen who was kind of like curmudgeonly on the younger girls. But just to hear her backstory, and girl, I love how she milked like her drag daughter. She was like, you know my drag daughter? Yeah. The one who fucking fell from the ceiling. Maxi challenge, shocker, they have to write an original verse again. Or they should have done a thing where like, or like the loser group like gets to like fight their way into like the winning group, and then like and then and then so the winning group, whoever loses in them, gets down to the losers group, the pork chop group. And then at like halfway through the season, 6 girls just like go home. Oh my god. So Denali wants to be redeemed. Denali and Rosé are like very same personality, except Denali is an athlete, which she's told us like 5,000 times. I love Utica's reference to like her doing like modern dance. Denali and Rosé, like, I want to complicate things more. I know how to choreograph. My dick's bigger. No, my dick's bigger. It's like, well, you're gonna have to tuck that shit. So get out on the fucking stage and just do the fucking easiest thing with the most arm movements. So the Tanisha cutaways are the best. She's just like rolling her fucking eyes. I like how also, so apparently like Kimora's like the only one who doesn't have dancing experience, and then someone says like, oh, well, we don't want to confuse her, and then Joey's just like, well, why don't we just lift her? It's like, girl, wait, you're gonna just carry her around for the whole episode? Like... So finally, after it seems like a hot mess, Tanisha like salvages it and just is like no. Next, we are in the workroom. Kimora talks about how she wants to keep her drag life separate from her boyfriend, but it's unclear if it's because like her boyfriend's uncomfortable with that. It kind of seems like she's more uncomfortable about sharing that part of herself. So yeah, girl, well, he's gonna have to be okay with it now. So at least he's just her boyfriend. If you know what I mean, it's like... So Tanisha's like Rupaul, in that she's just like giving all this fucking wisdom and shit. She's won 95 pageants, okay? 95 out of 200. That's a 50% win rate. Okay? I mean, if that was a Major League sports team, it wouldn't get you in the playoffs. But... yeah, I know sports. So next we have the Maxi challenge. Okay, we have to talk about, so Michelle this season has clearly like changed her wigs to like the skunk, and she looks so much older. Did she turn 50? I want to say she turned 50, and that's why. So I guess that's just the thing. I don't want a skunk hairdo. Nicole Byer's a guest judge, which is like, I love her on Drag Race. I don't like her, like I've listened to some podcasts with her with like, she has a podcast, I forget what it's called. But she did one with like Willem and Trixie, and she's just not as quick-witted in a draggy way. Like, she's probably not a bottom. But I love her. Like, I loved her in this episode. She's just fun. She's freaking jolly as... Loves it. So Denali is like, I'm gonna pull out like the stunts. Doing this on like the floor. Joey, boy hair again. He had like a weird, like, he was probably the least favorite for like rapping, just because, you know, I felt like it was weird lyrics, and he said them in a weird way. Every day I'm a big fat hoe. So Kimora had like 5 lyrics, I think. She's like, something all like,
I am Kimora. Ha, give me it.
girl. Oh, so also Rosé, like, I was like, who is that when she started? Because she started speaking with, like, this accent. And then I, like, totally forgot she was, like, apparently from Scotland. RuPaul's Drag Race, like, Morgan Michaels, she was supposedly from Scotland, but she, like, does not speak with a Scottish accent. I don't know what the deal with that is. Shout out to Paraguay, shout out to Paraguay, this song. Funny story, like, I actually went to Paraguay. And I was helping out, like, villages. Oh, I loved Utica's Wiggle to the Top. Wiggling. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. The runway is next. The theme is sheer. I feel like it's a weird category. It was weird. I didn't like it. I didn't like it as much as last week's, which I forgot what that was. But so Denali was like, had lavender, black hair. It was good. Joey had boy hair again. Girl, it's like, use a wig. There are 4 fucking looks in this episode, and you don't use a wig for any of them? Any of them? I did like Ross's joke. He called it, like, wearing half of Liza Minnelli costume. So Tanisha's was really nice. It was this, like, sheer gold with, like, the bow. And then Utica's I loved. So it was black with these, like, flower handkerchiefs and, like, not a handkerchief, but, like, towel-y kind of things that, like, your grandma has. Sheets. And then this, like, weird makeup with, like, kind of like a cat. Okay, so the critiques. Denali gets good critiques. I like how Michelle just, like, calls her second look, like, the rail. Yeah, so I didn't like that look. It's like, girl, it's like, ugh, I want to see something pretty. I don't want to see her bare legs between, like, plastic sticks. So Joey J, they kind of like the looks. I like how Joey J said, like, when I look at myself in a mirror with a wig on, I don't look like myself. So that's why I don't wear a wig. I still see your big man jaw. No, I'm just kidding. It's like, girl, you can still see parts of yourself, like, in the fucking mirror. So she has that boy hair. It's like, you're just trying to show off your fucking, like, new, like, $60 hair cuttery, supercuts, dye job. Who saw this one coming? Michelle says, I want to see versatility from you, Joey. It's a girl. Okay, so Kimora, they think she doesn't have a personality, which she hasn't shown much personality so far, besides being a look queen. So they hate her as a personality. Rosé, so they love Rosé. Ross thinks her dress was crafty. I don't think it was crafty, just because it was made with that plastic thing. Because it's like, I don't know. Crafty to me means like, I don't know. So Tanisha. So yeah, Rue says it's like one of her most favorite dresses that she's seen on Drag Race, which I was kind of like, what? But then it's like, when you think of like the dresses that Rue actually wears, like, it's very kind of similar kind of style. I like honestly wouldn't like be surprised if Tanisha gets hired to do like Rue's dresses now. Utica, like, they love it. She also like starts talking about her religion, which I've never heard of that Seventh-day Adventist. I'm like, is that like a cult? But I think she says she likes Jesus, and that we should too. So during the judges' comments, like after they go back and do Untucked, I loved when Nicole said like Kimora was like at a grocery store being like, alright, so finally we get like the top, I guess it's top 2 this week. So Denali and Rose are the top 2. Everyone else is safe. So Denali and Rose being the top 2. Yeah, but it kind of like they were setting them up to be like fighting with each other. Which I guess makes sense why they were like pitted against each other in the lip sync, but you could tell her Rosé lost 2 lip syncs, so she's probably thrown. And it's like any girl that has those tricks up her sleeve, like Denali, like the flips and shit, like they're gonna be like at least top whatever, because they can probably send a lot of the crappier dancing queens home. So the lip sync song is If You Can See Amy, or If You Seek Amy. Love that song. So jealous.
Love me.
So what is Rosé was like doing these weird like faces to like the first lyrics, like so it was like, oh baby baby hat kid, you see me tonight, and then she was like, I'm like, girl, that doesn't go with the song. Like, I guess she was trying to be like go the funny route, but like if you see Kami is not really like a funny, it's hard to make funny. Because it's about Britney. No, I'm just kidding. So Denali won the lip sync when she opened her legs on the clap. She was like, I love like accents. So Denali wins the lip sync. She's redeemed, I guess. She can skate on through to another day. She's like, this is exactly what I wanted. I'm like, I was like, well, yeah. Duh.